time for Space Mother Truckers. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Silent Knight 8891. With me, as always, my partner in crime and everything Elite Dangerous, Justin 1 2012 of Get Some Gaming.
What's going on?
He's also running his own series here for space trucking. I believe it's just called Space Trucking. But yeah, if you'd like to see a little different perspective, definitely go check him out at Get Some Gaming, and you can see the different perspective of what we're doing here. So, you know the name of the game, make money. So today we've picked up a couple missions for Tantalum. Kind of a small, not small, but weak tea, I say, for what we're normally used to making, but the jobs tend to pick up as we complete them. So more than anything, we got to save this station from a lockdown state. So we got to take the work we can get.
Yeah. So in the meantime, let's get ready to push out. Let's head to OU first. What are we doing? Tantalum? Yeah.
Yep.
They're good for metal, so I'm gonna pick up off the pad.
Copy that. I'm getting Cartwright plugged in now. Alright. Course laid in. Launching. And hopefully as we go we maybe get a couple more truckers in here. We'll see. But if not, 2 Type 9s is still pretty solid. Can still move some weight with that, so.
Lots of weight.
Alright,
I don't know what that means. People want to fight us.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Incoming enemy alert. Alright, I got eyes on. Breaking mass lock.
Clear mass lock.
Yeah.
Big ass goddamn ship. There we go.
I'm almost there. Yep, there we go. Mass lock clear.
Off we go.
Into the black.
So.
Man, so how excited are you for that new Mamba coming out?
I'm really excited, even though it's got a bad rap so far. Well, not bad rap, but it's been showing some
glitches.
Everyone's been saying it heats up really fast. It gets hot off of anything. Shoot your weapons, it gets hot. You know, you boost, it gets hot. So, but I think it's beta. So I think what's gonna happen is Frontier's just they're gonna fix that, and then when we see it in the main game, it's no longer gonna be
Yeah, I think it'll be normal.
like that. They're gonna dim it down. Yeah, they're gonna fix it. I don't see them putting a ship of that quality in the game that just overheats. So I think they're gonna fix it. I mean, because there's been other ships that in the beta they were one way, and then they fixed it, and then in the main game that was no longer the case. So I'm not worried about it. I'm still gonna buy it. It still looks like an awesome ship. I'm still very much looking forward to it. So yeah.
So yeah, and then Justin, how about we talk a little bit about the Crate Phantom as well? Because a lot of times it doesn't. I mean, for me, I'm not too excited about that one. I think that's gonna be the
star.
But
no, I think that's gonna end up being the star, man. I think we're gonna get the Mamba and the Crate Phantom, and everyone's gonna buy the Mamba, and be all excited, and then. By the wayside, the Phantom's gonna fall for a second, but then people are gonna start picking up the Phantom just to, let me see, and then it's gonna be like, wow,
this
the
thing's
Phantom's
awesome.
Actually the real star. I think that's what's gonna end up happening.
Well, and here's
gonna end up being a real star.
And here's my thought with that too. So you and I did an expedition before we started Space Mother Truckers.
Yes.
And we were 40,000 light years from the bubble at one point.
Yes.
We actually did a little cinematic vid on it. It was kind of fun. Into Darkness. You can find that on my channel. One of the early videos I did actually. but it was cool because you had taken the crate out. You wanted to kind of test its exploratory capabilities, and you were getting at one point with it being like fully loaded, because it was kind of our support ship or whatever. But with it being fully loaded, you were still getting 38 light year jump range, and that was loaded down with limpets, with SRVs, and a bunch of other stuff. And then once you took a couple of these other things off, you were getting upwards of 40 on the crate. And supposedly, as you were telling me earlier, the Phantom is supposed to be able to do even better than that. So that's I'm very excited about the crate Phantom as an exploratory vessel. Because I'm sitting here listening to you, telling me on that expedition, like, yeah, I'm doing 38 light years, and you're just smoke checking me out there in the black. So if the Phantom is going to be able to do even better, that's just exciting.
First of all, let's talk about the crate for a second. The crate is just the Mark II that we have now. The crate it's an awesome ship. It rivals the Python in many ways, and it really outdoes the Python when it comes to jump range. The Python is very capable, but I think when you look at its all-around capability, the Python leans more towards being able to fight better. The crate leans better to exploring better, because the crate isn't as maneuverable as the Python, and I don't think it's as aggressive in a fight as the Python is, but the crate does extremely well on jump distances while carrying things, because like you said, we went out 40,000 light year plus trip. I had a fighter bay, I had an SRV, I had weapons, I had cargo, I had limpets, I had everything, and I was still almost at 40 light years with all of this stuff, in my ship. And then when we got to Colonia, we went out further to the edge. I dropped a lot of that stuff. I only took the SRV and I dropped the weapons, minus my missiles. I kept the missiles, but I dropped a lot of things, and that brought me to 41, I think it was. So,
wow.
Imagine if I would have really went bare minimum, like a lot of explorers do, took off, some of that shielding, took off the weapons, all this stuff. I'd probably been, deeper, well, closer to 50, honestly, maybe 45 light year jump with the crate. And I mean, I know some people will say, well, my aspects, does 50 plus light years. We're not talking about the ASP. All right, the ASP is its own ship. It does the jump distance very well, and the thing
what's the ASP slated to? It's an exploratory ship. The thing that's impressive about the Crate Mark II is it's not slated as anything. It is the epitome of an all-rounder, and that's what makes it so. Its jump range capabilities so impressive. Is for an all-rounder. Look at how far it can go. The Python, as you said, it's more akin to a fighter. It was the kind of like, it was the all-rounder, like the all-rounder before the crate came out. And I still love the Python. The Python was my first love, but it's the Crate Mark II is a great ship. So I'm excited about a crate variant, because the crate itself is just a fantastic ship.
Stay safe, Commander.
Right. So I mean, I feel like the Phantom's gonna come out, and the Phantom's gonna be awesome. And I mean, the Phantom, essentially, I think the thing about it is it's the crate all over again. It just doesn't carry a fighter base, so I think that sheds some weight. And it's a little bit sleeker. So I mean, I'm excited about both ships. I'm definitely gonna get the Mamba, and do some bounty hunting in that. I'm definitely gonna get the Phantom. But I mean, I've said 1,000 times, the ship I'm gonna be most excited for is when we get something different that we really haven't seen, because I feel like we've had plenty of fighters. We've had, we've got the aspects, and we've got the Type 9. I feel like I want to see something that supersedes both of them. I want to see a devoted. Okay, well, there we go. Reckless flying for being hit by someone. That makes sense. Frontier, get your stuff together. No, but yeah, I want to see a very, designated exploratory ship that supersedes the ASP, and maybe it's bigger. Maybe it's like the mothership of exploratory vehicles that can go as far as NASP goes. You know what I mean? And
Right.
same thing with a trader. I don't want to see a bigger trader, honestly. I want to see a mid-sized trader. I want to see a trading ship that can carry, maybe 500, 450, that in-between gap, but can still land on small stations.
Right, and that's the deal too. Is like, so because a lot of the talk and the rumor has been for years about the Panther Clipper, and it's like
Clipper.
And it's like but the thing is we don't need another large hauling vessel. We really don't. I mean, the Type 9 does a fantastic job.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if you could haul upwards of 1,500 tons, but I would love to see a mid-sized shipping vessel, because that would make certain missions a lot easier, for one, especially Palladium. There's a lot of Palladium missions that we just simply don't do, because it's like, well, I can only haul it 200 units at a time, and
they want 2,000.
Yeah, exactly. They want 2,000.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no way. There's no way I'm gonna go do that. So I would love to see a mid-sized shipping vessel. Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have that medium, because honestly, I kind of feel like at this point, if if they were to add a ship bigger like the Panther Clipper that can do more, I feel like it's kind of taken away in some respect, because I feel like it's making it too easy at that point.
Yes.
Because right now, I think the beauty of the Type 9, it hauls a lot of cargo, but you still have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's missions where if you got 3 Type 9s, you can knock it out one try if everyone grabs a load. Yeah, but you still need those 3. You know what I mean? A Panther Clipper sized ship that can haul 2,000 tons of cargo, that'd be a cheat. You could do an entire wing mission alone. You wouldn't even need anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like it's good. Shit, I'm being addicted. I feel like it's good though, to have that cap. But I feel like we just need that medium, because we have ships that only carry like 200, but then we have the Type 9 that carries 7 change. I feel like we've got too big a gap in between. We need that in between, where maybe we just have a ship that's mid-size, can land on a medium-sized pad, and maybe only carries 4 to 500 tons, and that's it. And honestly, I also feel like, and I've said this a million times, I think I've said it in your past streams, but they wouldn't even have to add a mid-sized ship. They could take something like the Keelback or the Type 6 and just add more cargo spaces to it, where it can carry maybe 400 tons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would be that, because I just want that gap closed. You know what I mean? I want, when someone wants Palladium, I want to be able to get it and not make it a ridiculous, redundant task of taking 200 units of it back and forth 10 times just to get what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
And especially because something like Palladium is a royal pain unless you have a smaller ship.
Yes. It's ridiculous, honestly, to source Palladium. Like, it's one of those things in the game
we don't do it.
To source it, it's like, oh boy.
We did it the first episode of Space Mother Truckas, and I ended up having to cut the broadcast short, because it was like we were still not done.
It was taking so long.
It was like a 2-hour broadcast, and like we still weren't done. We still had to do like another run after the run I was on.
Right, I'm dropping into Bennett Gateway.
Copy. I just dropped off full load into your mission, I believe it was. Yeah, yours had the crown on it, so.
Alright, copy that.
Gonna lock in Cartwright again and push back out. I checked the mission board, didn't really see anything, but we'll see.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But yeah, so I think that's that would be a great thing. The thing that I'm excited about, and definitely, guys, keep your eyes open on this channel for when the new update drops. there's going to be a lot of people doing videos when the new update drops, but one thing that's going to be kind of cool is that Justin and I have discussed this, and we're planning on doing a relatively short expedition, but we want to test out the new exploratory system and like how that's going to work. So it's I see you coming through. I'm gonna skirt to the side, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, sorry, I kind of cut myself off mid-sentence there, but I had to make sure I didn't run into my partner there. What was I saying? The
we're gonna do the expedition.
the expedition. And it's gonna be cool because it's for the first time, I feel, since Elite came out and they've done the whole multi-crew thing. For the first time, there's actually gonna be a reason to multi-crew.
Right.
You know, because it's, you know, I like to think of it like maybe this is me just being, I'm not old, but like I'm older. I'm starting to feel older. And like the original Star Trek or whatever, you know, you had the captain, right? You know, you had the guy helming the ship, and then you had a guy that would, you know, operate weapons. You had a guy that was operating sensors and scanners. And that's what's going to be kind of cool about the new exploratory system.
For it to be purposeful for a change, because it hasn't been for the longest. It's been something that we had access to. Yeah, we can go on someone else's ship, but it's been one of things like, for what, you know? And this is going to be the first time for something like exploring, it'll be legit to do multi-crew. So once the update does come out, yeah, we're going to multi-crew. And do some exploring and just kind of show how that dynamic will actually work. If it's even cool, you know, just kind of test it out. So
yeah, absolutely, and that's what's gonna be fun. Is I think we'll kind of get to do a I can't say beta test because the beta test will be over, but we'll get to kind of do a test for a lot of people. Maybe they're thinking about doing something similar, so you can, you know, you'll be able to check it out on the channel and go, hey, you know, is that something that I would like to do? And you can watch and see, okay, is that even cool or worth doing in your opinion, you know?
Right. I just hope it's actually engaging though, because the thing about it is I don't want it to be boring. And I mean, exploring altogether isn't the most exciting thing ever, but I don't want it to be boring where it's just kind of like they could have just not done it at all. I want it to at least feel engaging where, like, you know, whatever it is you're doing feels like it's worth doing.
Absolutely. And not even so much from like a financial aspect, but just the aspect of like, okay, this is actually cool. I have a reason to like communicate and talk with my team. There's a purpose behind everything I'm doing. And that's a kind of a staple in Elite Dangerous, I feel, is that if you're doing anything on your ship, there's a reason that you're doing it, typically. There's not a lot of movement without purpose. Which I really like. So, about to drop into Cartwright, pick up another full load of tantalum, and then once I get back to Bennett, I gotta get my money.
Yeah, I just robbed this system, targeting Cartwright.
Copy that.
Just looking around.
Yeah, like I need more money, you know. I mean, where am I sitting now?
You know, here's
billion,
the thing.
yep.
Here's the thing. Okay, so we reached $1 billion, which is great.
Club. Yeah.
But I feel like next year when the ships drop, the fleet carriers that we're gonna be able to get.
Oh yeah.
I feel like when those come out, you're gonna need to be fucking rich to buy one.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I feel like, yeah, we're billionaires now in the game, but I feel like next year when that whole fleet carrier system drops, it's gonna be like, yeah, they started $1 billion, so.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna feel fucking broke after buying one of those.
Because I mean, think about it. Think about this, and maybe it only makes sense to me, but the squadron creation, it's gonna cost $10 million just to create a squadron.
Yeah.
Right? That's not a ship. That's just to have your name akin to the little interface when you're flying around. It says, "Hey, you're part of this little unit. It costs 10 million for that."
Yep.
So I feel like when they actually open up the game to have the fleet carriers, something that's gonna be large that we own, that we can land on, and fuel and do all that stuff, I feel like it's gonna be way more expensive than a regular ship.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm trying to get my billions up now. So next year, which is right around the corner. We don't know when they're gonna drop it. It could be the first or second quarter of next year, but when they drop it, I want to be able for the GSS to look up and go, okay, we can buy one.
Yeah, easy, no problem. Yeah, just drop it and just buy whatever we want, and that's the whole idea. That's why we do what we do, trying to make the money that we do, because I want to, you know, I always akin it to surfing. You know, do you start paddling before the wave hits you, or do you start paddling when the wave hits you? And if you've surfed at all or have any point of reference on that, I'll just give you a little hint. It's before the wave hits you, because if you try to paddle when it hits you, you're gonna get slammed. So
exactly. So we're starting and prepping for future things. And I mean, who knows? Besides that, maybe check this, and this is also what I think about. Maybe it doesn't cost $1 billion. Maybe the ship is something like 500 million, right? Which will still be an expensive ship.
Yeah.
But maybe it's 500 million just for the ship, and maybe it's, you know, I don't know, 100 million just to put the ship guns on it.
Oh yeah, I think.
You know what I mean?
It's gotta be
100 million. Another 200 million maybe to put like a shield on it, you know. Maybe it's everything costs hundreds of millions.
It could be, you know, and that's what I'm thinking about too. I'm thinking the station guns. I mean, you see these station guns that literally light up anacondas, fully engineered anacondas, in 3 or 4 shots. I'm like, that gun cannot be cheap. I mean, that cannot be cheap.
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen. With that said, I'm also prepping so that when things do come out, I don't want to be one of those guys where it's like, oh, they dropped this, but you need X amount of credits, and I only have, you know, like 10 million. I don't want that. So I'm stacking, trying to get to that point. Oh, hey, interrogative real quick.
Yeah.
You dropping off 752 to yours 1143.
Yeah, I just picked up a full. I just picked up a full load, and I'm headed back to Bennett.
Yeah, I had to pay my fines. You know?
Yeah, you bastard.
All right, time to do math, which you and I both suck at. 1143. Yeah. You're dropping off 752. 391 is what I need.
All right, do it.
I already have 329. I just realized from the last time. I'm just gonna grab the extra. I could have just dumped it in, but whatever. I still had to come back, so.
That's funny. Oh man, mother trucker. All right. Yeah, I'm engaging Highwake FSD. Headed back to Akanura. But yeah, that's that's an excellent point. But I like that you keep bringing it up too, because it's something I kind of forget about, and I'm thinking, because I'm sitting here looking at my balance, and I'm just going, man, I got more money than God right now. This is ridiculous, you know. Like, but it's not like, but it may not be when the when the update drops for Squadron.
I think that Squadron fleet carrier is going to separate the people in this game that really have money and those who don't.
Yep.
So I feel like unless you're in the billions or more, you're gonna get left behind when those fleet carriers come out. And not for nothing, it's gonna be one of them things where it's kind of like the people who can afford a fleet carrier are gonna be the ones who dominate with the squadrons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, if you don't have the money but you still want to be on a fleet carrier, you're gonna join whoever has one. Yep. That's just the way it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
because I mean, yeah, you just join up with the biggest dude, and that way you're safe. And,
I'm looking forward to it though, but I'm also looking forward to what Chapter 4's update is gonna bring, because I think it's gonna make the game prettier. than it
Oh
already
man,
is.
good lord.
And it's gonna add some dynamics that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I could seriously just like, I'm thinking about it right now. I could seriously go and make a video if I wanted to for my channel, and all my video would be is the screen. I would put the screenshots that I've taken in Elite Dangerous, and it would be like an entertaining video because it's just how freaking pretty it is. Like, it would actually, people would, I think, like watch it and actually like it because it's just gorgeous. Like, that's probably like half my screenshots are probably Elite Dangerous. Oh wow, this looks amazing. And I feel like every time I turn around, you know, I'm looking at our GSS chat and somebody's, you know, posting up a new picture of, hey, you know, check this out, you know, hey, this is gorgeous, and it would be just so, like, I'm going, wow, you know.
The crazy thing is, there's planets that we visited and that are still yet to be visited on this game that look awesome as is, and that graphical enhancement is just gonna make it look even cooler. I told you, what, like a day or two ago when I was out resource hunting, that I landed on that one planet that I sent you a screenshot of.
Yeah.
And it had like this beautiful like snow capped mountain system thing going on, but like the caves were deep. Oh, speaking of, okay, so I should just tell you the story now while I have you here.
Yeah.
So I landed on that planet to get resources, right? And I'm getting resources, and it's actually going really well. I'm picking up all those resources. I'm not having to look hard at all. And I get to the edge of one of the cliffs, the canyons, and I said, maybe there's stuff down there. So I drop, and it was one of them things. It was one of those times, which is kind of rare in this game, where I went over the edge, and usually it's just like a mean hill that you kind of ride down. I went over and I like literally dropped, like the wheels left the ground. I was falling. I had to, you know, I had to level out and hit the counter thrust like consistently to slow me down. And then when I hit the floor, which was probably like a 6 or 7 click drop, it was stupid. I hit the floor and it immediately reduced my hull to like 40%. So I did a hull synthesis. I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I find a couple, you know, resources down there, and I'm like, let me get out of here. I call my ship. It can't land anywhere in the canyon. The canyon's just not sturdy. So I'm like, okay, it lands up on top of the cliffside again. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck am I gonna get up there? So I drive throughout this canyon I literally drove around for like 45 minutes. I tried climbing. I could not leave this fucking canyon.
Oh no.
So I ended up having to self-destruct my SRV just to spawn back in my ship.
Oh my gosh.
And obviously you keep your resources, so it wasn't like I lost anything, but
no.
I was just kind of ticked off that I had to do that, and I had to fly all the way back because I was like 500 light years out.
Yeah.
I had to fly all the way back to, you know,
get your SRV and
Bennett or whatever. Yeah, get my SRV, but it was funny though, because I was just like, you know, this is crazy as hell.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of, for me, that was the whole premise of why I did Into Darkness. Right. Is I just thought it was there's some of these planets you go to, and it's just like, it's like that. You go to these cliff sides, and it's rare, but it happens, and you just, like you said, it's 7 click drop, easy. You know, you just go down into the dark forever. And it's like, that was kind of the whole premise.
The crazy thing is, that planet we were on, I'm sorry to cut you off, that planet we were on, you know, they say a lot of times with the graphics on this game, a lot of places aren't dark. That was actually a really dark place where we were at that time. Like, it was,
well, and
I even legitimately dark.
I even cut it into the video because I thought it was worth note, is like that you can actually hear you in my Into Darkness video at one point, and you're like, this planet's dark as hell though, like it's like, because it really was, like, it's just, yeah, it felt like I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, it just you kept going down into that canyon, and it just felt like there was no bottom to it.
Right. Alright, I'm dropping off my goods.
Copy that. I'm looking at the mission board in the meantime, seeing if there's anything worth grabbing.
Okie dokie. Boom. Alright, that's complete.
Alright. Let me, I guess I didn't really need to exit the board for that, but whatever. Get back in there. Alright. I'm gonna complete the mission so we can get paid.
Okay, put down and check the board as well, see if we can't find some real money.
One thing that I want to say too, that I've started doing, because the money thing is not so much an issue for me anymore. One thing I've started doing is instead of taking the money, is I started taking the engineering upgrades. Like the last two, I've taken.
Oh yeah.
The exquisite focus crystals.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna need them, but you know what? I just picked up 10 of them, and they were rarity grade 5, so they're
You can trade them in, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really nice. I don't know if I'll need them, but at the very least, they're they're there. So that's a recommendation for anybody that's doing space trucking. Because one area where I do struggle in this game is having enough resources for engineering sometimes.
Engineering, yeah.
And
definitely.
And so that's a really good way, especially when you start doing some of these wing missions. A lot of the engineering upgrades they will offer you are really good. A lot of them are going to be grade 5s. So.
All right. So the only thing I have right now is the non-lethal weapons, which we need 2214, and I'm not seeing anything else worth grabbing.
Yeah, I see one for like 7.5 mil for reactive armor, but I don't know. That seems kind of weak T. Let's go do years, because we're gonna have to do a couple of trips for that one, and then hopefully when we come back, we'll have a little bit more to work with. So if you want,
I'm sourcing out from Anara.
All right.
To see where we can get these.
I do believe we're gonna have to smuggle the weapons into Bennett Gateway.
No. They're not illegal. They're they're non-lethal weapons.
Okay.
Non-lethal weapons aren't illegal. When you need like landmines, explosives, and stuff like that, that stuff is usually illegal.
Okay.
That stuff you usually have to smuggle. Non-lethal is fine.
Okay.
So non-lethal, we are in Akanura. Again, if you're on here and you're playing this game, I use Anara CZ to search for things. You can also use EDDB.
Yeah, that's what I use
as well. Chiarianis carry terminal has it.
Lovely.
Wait, no. That's a day ago, and they only have 1800. So I'm not trusting that. Not trusting that at all. Adagat, Glashow City.
Glashow, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Adagat.
All right. Let's.
They're trustworthy, so.
Let's punch it up.
Let's do it.
All right. We said carry terminal.
Oh, in Glashow.
Just testing you.
Alright, punching out the slot.
All right. I am launching to Glashow City.
Yeah, don't get hit by any of the authorities out there. They'll give you a fine for
them running into your ass. Yeah. I do. It's funny because when I first started playing this game, they did an update and it was kind of and it fixed it for the most part. I mean, your scenario is.
I mean, it's
rare.
Yeah, it's fairly fixed, but every once in a while they'll run into you.
Yeah, but no, it used to be really bad. Like they would just like fly full force into you, and then like they would find you, and it's like, dude, I was going like 20. You were going 80 miles per hour trying to catch up to me and hit me.
Right.
Like, so, yeah, it used to be super stupid. I need to go check out like all the fines. I wish I could just see like during that time all the fines that I paid for stupid crap like that, because it's like you guys probably cost me 1 billion credits just like for that, just for that stupid crap.
Easy. I'm targeting Glashow. 14 light seconds out.
Alright. I'm engaging Highway FST en route to Adagat. Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty cool. You know, one thing I'd like to talk about, it's kind of sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, one thing I'd like to talk about, it's kind of unrelated to Elite Dangerous, but for those of you that maybe are a fan of the channel or of Get Some Gaming, one thing that I wanted to let you guys know is that we're going to be starting to be a little more consistent with our streams on, particularly on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays, Tuesdays are gonna be our Space Mother Truckas. That's like we pretty much always do Space Mother Truckas and space trucking on Tuesdays. But Wednesday nights we've decided are gonna be kind of our fight nights, so to speak, with our Spike Unit squad. And if you really like tactical gameplay on Ghost Recon, I'd encourage you to come check us out. You know, there's a lot of people that are quote unquote tactical, and so I can understand your skepticism, but this squad is legit. I'd encourage you to go watch a couple of our other Spike Unit broadcasts, whether it's on Get Some Gaming or if it's on Night Commander Gaming, and just check us out, because it's I feel we do really play well together as a squad and as a unit, and the communication's on point, and it's fun gameplay to watch. And I mean, maybe that sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but I really feel it's fun and entertaining gameplay. So yeah,
it's definitely good times.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is we really just have a blast doing it. You know, it's like, as tactical as we are, I mean, it's still us, you know. Justin still likes to drop his stupid "that's what she said" every once in a while. What was it?
It's not stupid.
Something about,
it's not stupid.
Something about somebody's long barrel, and I don't know. Something stupid last time. I don't know, whatever. But it's still funny. But that's what my point is. Like, we still have a really good time playing, and that's where I have fun watching broadcasts. Is are the people playing? Are they having fun too? And we do. As tactical as we are, we do still like to have a good time playing. So feel free to stop by and say hello. So proceeding to landing pad 3-2. Kind of. My ship's deciding what it wants to do. There we go. Alright, now it's en route. That was weird. And for those of you that are maybe this is your first time seeing Space Mother Truckas, this is the GSS Highlander. This is my classic Type 9. For those of you really paying attention, that is a new nameplate. It was a different nameplate before, but I got the cool trucking nameplate. So, and then Justin, he's running something very similar. He's actually, let's see if I can just zoom over here and check him out. He's got.
Yeah, I just got down on the pad.
Yeah, I see ya. Yeah, you guys can see it on my screen, but he's in his Type 9 over there, the GSS big fella, and he's in the military blue, or military stripe blue Type 9. So those are our signature Type 9s for Space Mother Truckas. And I did a video actually called "Outfitting for Success," which just kind of shows the way we outfit them, and the way we do things. And I think it's a cool video. I think it's worth a watch. I tried to present the information in a way that was more fun. It wasn't just like, there's a lot of times people will do tutorials and it's kind of just the person doing like a voiceover. Talking. Yeah, it's just the person just talking and doing a voiceover for what they're doing, and I didn't want to do the typical boring thing, so I did it with, you know, I did some music, kind of did it in a more cinematic way, and it's been well received so far. So
I think cinematic is the way to go for tutorials and other things. See, the thing with me is, a lot of times if I watch a video, because I'll go on YouTube and let's say I'll see a video that says something like I don't know, how to hook up, you know, your VR headset and you just bought it. I don't know, just to say something. I hate when I go watch a video and the person doing the video is talking for like 10 minutes and still has not shown me how to do what I'm trying to do. And I'm watching them just kind of like, yeah, can you show me already? I don't care about Anything
Like,
you're talking about, I just want to see what I came to look at.
like I really don't give a crap like what your dog's doing right now. Can you just like tell me
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know, like it's not that interesting.
It's like a 5-minute video. 1 minute is of what you want, and the other 4 minutes is of the person doing everything the fuck else that I don't care about. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make 2 jumps.
Yeah, I'm definitely making 2 jumps. You know, I'm just missing that that distance. So off we go.
Yeah, but
we're gonna have to make another trip back though.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, can you send me an invite for the mission? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I forgot about that.
Thanks. Just when you have a spare moment. I have a full load of non-lethals headed back, but...
You know what? That's what I want to talk about, that I'm actually looking forward to, as I saw a couple videos about it. The audio narrated missions that they're adding in. I think that's gonna be cool. Alright, so here's the thing. I saw a debate about this, and some people said they didn't care for it, and other people said they thought it was a good idea, but
sure.
They're adding in missions where the people will talk to you. There's like be some voice acting involved where they'll talk to you. And I think that's cool just because when you play this game, everything's reading.
Yeah.
You land at the station and you go pick a mission and you have to read what the mission parameters is, you know, what's going on, and then you go do the mission and you got to read when you get there. And I mean, I'm not against reading, but I feel like this game is supposed to be highly futuristic. It's in the year 3304. I feel like, don't we have radios?
Like why is everybody still texting? You know, like.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I think it's gonna be cool to, you know, to do a mission and there be some voice acting that explains what you're doing, what's going on, and I'm actually looking forward to that. It brings some immersion. It brings up the monotony of it just being dead, quiet space all the time. So I think that's gonna be a cool ad for the game. Honestly, it's gonna add that much more immersion.
Okay,
you know,
I got a pirate trailing me. I'm gonna try and smoke check him into witch space. Looks like I will be successful.
Yeah. You know what's gonna be cool with that? Because they've shown like there's in the game you might find ships that run out of fuel or something, and you know they'll be asking for help.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and they'll get on comms and, you know, express that to you. What I think is gonna be cool is if you're doing an expedition, you're out in deep space, and maybe you find they throw like an NPC, you know, ship out there that's, you know, 30,000 light years out and doesn't know what it's gonna do, and it's like, hey, can you help me? You know, I think stuff like that's gonna be cool, especially for like explorers to like be playing, and maybe there's like just randomly a derelict ship that, you know,
well, and like
they've got to help.
Because space can be so just black and just dead anyways. I think that would be a really neat thing for, you know, especially coming from us, you know, when we were talking about our expedition earlier. That would have been a really nice breath of fresh air out there to come across a narrative, something, you know, story driven out there. That would have been really cool. And we actually... I wouldn't have been able to, but Justin would have been in a position to help somebody like that because he brought limpets and he brought things that could have helped him out. So
speaking of which, I don't know if you've seen it yet, or if I've even expressed it to you, Knight. But there's a YouTuber that does some awesome videos. I don't know if he's still doing Elite, but he had this series called. It was like Journey Beyond or something like that or whatever. But his tag was Commander Josh Hawkins, if you look him up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
And he did some videos. You seen those?
I haven't seen them, but I know of him.
I actually thought they were really good.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. Commander Josh Hawkins.
He even I mean, I can only imagine how he got it all together, but he even did some things where he found like a space pod with like a human in it out in deep space, and he picked it up, and some people came after him because they wanted the person in the pod,
Oh,
and you know,
that's
he
cool.
gets like there's like some chase scenes, and they're trying to take him, and then he ends up um, getting like listening to the logs of the person that's inside the pod, and like I guess he knows somebody, but he got a female to like voice act it for him, and then like she actually wakes up, and like there's just like some voice acting throughout all the episode and stuff, but it's very sciencey also. So if you're a space nerd like I am, he explains a lot of things about space and stuff, and knowing what I know, listening to him, I was like, this guy has done his homework. You
That's
know what
cool.
I mean? But I liked it. I thought it was really cool.
To quote, yeah, well, that's what I really like. To quote Neil deGrasse Tyson, who was quoting somebody else that I can't remember at the time, but Neil was the one I remember him saying it. Is that he was saying, if you're gonna tell a story, oh, it was Mark Twain. That's who it was. Mark Twain liked to say, first get your facts straight, and then distort them at your leisure. You know, but that's and it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things in terms of just storytelling. When a storyteller can get the little details right, that's the stuff I like. Because that, to me, if they get the little details right, that means they care a lot about what they're doing. And that's one thing that's kind of neat. That's why, like, when I make a video, I really try to do that. I really try to pay attention to the little details, because I do care about what I'm doing.
Right.
I do. There's a lot of YouTubers that maybe have a different philosophy about how they do things, but I don't know. I feel like when you care about what the content you're putting out, it shows through, and I think it makes for a better experience for your subscribers, and a better, just a more entertaining experience in general for YouTube. So, anyways, that's my philosophy.
I just left the slot. I'm headed back to grab another load.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool? They should let Neil deGrasse Tyson do like some voiceovers for this game.
that would be awesome.
Just like a station, maybe for like one of the narrative missions. I think it'd be cool if they had Neil Tyson do one of the voiceovers. Especially, I'm pretty sure most people that play this game know who Neil Tyson is. I just think it'd be cool, like they have him come on and just hear him talk about anything. I think that'd be awesome.
Oh
honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even if he was just a station voice, it would be really cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if it was a station voice, it'd still be cool. You know, I think Obsidian Ant got to do a station voice. They gave him a station, and he's the station voice.
No way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You can. I keep meaning to go visit it, but yeah, he has a station, and he's the voice for it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, well, that's what's really cool is, obviously Obsidian Ant, he obviously loves Elite Dangerous. I mean, he seems to like space genre games in general, but
he covers a lot of them.
But it seems like Elite is one he cares very deeply about, and I think that's really cool. I think when Frontier started working with him, that obviously came through. They could see how much he cared for this game, and that's cool. Kind of immortalizing. He's now forever. He's now forever a part of Elite Dangerous because he is a station voice somewhere.
No, yeah, that's awesome. I gotta Google like where that station is and go visit it.
Yeah, just to hear it. Yeah.
Hear him talk when I pull up.
Yeah. Obsidian Ant is he's a huge. I don't know. It sounds cheesy when I say it this way, but he's really a huge inspiration to both Justin and myself, because he just, the way he presents content is so on point. It's so good. If you haven't watched Obsidian Ant and you're an Elite Dangerous player, shame on you. First off, just go
he's
go
how
watch him.
I got
he's so
sold
good.
on the game.
He's
Because
so good.
when this game was first coming out for PlayStation, because by the way, I'm a PlayStation
Yeah.
Elite player. I know there's Xbox and there's a PC, but
Yeah.
when this game was first launching for PlayStation, and it was I saw it in the store, and it was like you could pre-order, and I didn't know really much about Elite Dangerous. I was looking it up. His video was the video I found, and I clicked on it, and I watched like 2 or 3 of his videos, and I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Yep.
And I got the game, and I kind of think if it had been someone else's video, I might not have been as easily sold, but like just watching his videos, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he's really, so I mean, that being said right there, that's really cool. I mean, that's, you think about every video, Elite Dangerous video that you've ever done, Justin, and Obsidian Ant, and indirectly, is responsible for all of them. Because if he hadn't sold you on the game, if he hadn't presented the content in that way, who knows? We may never have had some of these cool videos that you'll see over at Get Some Gaming, because Obsidian Ant took the time to make a well presented video. I think that stuff's really cool.
No, definitely.
All right, I'm here at Glashow. Docking
I'm coming in on pad 2-4.
Docking request is green, coming in on pad 2-5. We should be neighbors.
Alright, and I'm setting her down.
Lovely. Yeah, you know, that's one thing that's kind of fun though that I think we do though too, is that I like Space Mother Truckers. I really like this series that I do. It's really fun just to talk and everything. But the thing that I really have a lot of fun doing too, because it's maybe a little more exciting visually, is when we do bounty hunting. That's a broadcast I think I would like to get a little more consistent on too. Because it is visually, I think, a little more exciting. You know, and there's that danger to it that, you know, maybe the person you're watching gets taken out, you know.
We only need 743, so I'm going to take 350.
So 350. So okay, so then I only need 350.
I have no idea.
Well, okay.
Give me a second.
All right.
I just like threw a number out there. All right,
yeah,
so I
clearly.
have 350, which means you need 393.
Of course I do. Bro, some arbitrary number.
Yeah, it was a really random number.
Alright, 393. Alright, if I'm short by any, you're coming back. Alright, let's see here.
I'm off the pad.
Copy that. Plugging in Bennett Gateway. Headed back. Yeah, but Space Mother Truckas has been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. I'm not sure how many more episodes I'm gonna do right now, just because of viewership on it is pretty low.
No, you gotta keep Space Mother Truckers moving, man. It's gotta be ongoing.
I guess. I mean, and you know, that's the thing too. Is like it's been something I've been kind of just fighting with in my mind back and forth on whether or not I should continue. But at the same time, I want to make sure I have that consistency with it, because it is a good series. It's a lot of fun. We talk, you know, Space Mother Truckers. We talk a lot about things coming to Elite, and not necessarily always Elite either. Just fun stuff. So. It's a series I would definitely like to keep alive, and I hope that, and I think one day it'll take off a little more than it has. So,
Space up Mother Truckers is awesome, right?
That's right. Life and times of the
I don't
GSS.
care what anyone says.
The life and times of the GSS, man. Galactic Shipping Service. But no, it's pretty cool. I am launching back to Akanura. Highwake FSD engaged. Oh, it's nice. I can make it back in one jump because I'm not loaded down with a full load of cargo.
Yeah, I still required 2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But I'm already jumping Akanura, so it doesn't matter.
Good deal. Now pirates can have 2 targets to shoot at instead of just 1.
Dumping that heat signature.
Did that? And it's weird because that, like, apparently that works for you, but that never works for me. Like, I'll click a heat sig the moment I come in, like just because, and they still manage to lock onto me and try to interdict me. I don't know. I cannot.
They can smell you.
Apparently. Well, I mean, I'm out in space. I don't know what kind of space shower I have access to, so maybe they can smell me. I don't know.
They're like, there he is.
Oh, you know what? That's maybe one thing I should start doing on Space Mother Truck is we gotta have a space word of the day, because it's something I said in my earlier episodes.
Space word of the day?
Yes, because okay, so like, remember how I was talking about how everything seems to sound cooler and better when you put the word space in front of it?
Yes.
So it's like, maybe that's what we should have, is like, today the word would be space shower, because it just was the one that came up.
Space shower.
Space shower. For some reason that sounds cooler.
Space shower it is.
Yeah, but we had, what were some of the other ones? We had some other gems. We had space money. We had space boobs. We had all sorts of fun space words. So, I don't know. I think that's going to be a thing I start doing on Space Mother Truck, is we got to come up with a space word of the day.
Just put space on it. Just put some space on it. That's all.
That's right. On final approach to Bennett Gateway.
Same.
How you looking? You have
Do some
any?
speed just a little bit.
You have any tail?
Negative. I'm solid. I'm in
Good
the
deal.
pipe 5x5. Getting ready to drop. Standing by. Coming out slow space in 3, 2, 1. Dropping. Boom.
Well, hello. I just dropped myself.
Yeah, we dropped in the same area.
Alright. I have docking request green coming in on pad 170.
Copy, coming to pad 09.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop this off and get paid here, and probably call this episode of Space Mother Truck is good. But
Yeah,
it's been
same here.
But yeah, it's been good, man. This has been a good stream, good broadcast. A lot of really solid content. For those of you that maybe didn't get to catch it live, it'll be uploaded here probably within the next couple of hours, so you can kind of catch the full episode. But yeah, I'm gonna get paid. Let's see here, how much for this mission?
This is like 9 million, 8 million, something like that. It's we're in the Civil War and on the brink of a
That's right.
lockdown. So
Brink of a lockdown.
yeah, money's a little tight here right now.
Landing complete. Ship secure.
Okay, that's embarrassing. My controller died on me. But yeah, we're
They're on the brink of lockdown, and
yeah.
I hear you. So it's the money thing has been a little rough at Bennett Gateway lately. We're kind of hoping that we combat that with some of the trucking we're doing, hoping we get them the materials they need so that we can avoid a lockdown. 'Cause, man, lockdowns are just not good for anybody.
Business at all. Especially not the GSS, baby.
No. All right,
Turn them out with my load.
Beautiful.
Boom.
I believe it is your mission as well.
Golden. Yep, we're golden.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Take that. Take the biotech conductors.
Good call. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Got to get those
right.
engineering mats, man.
That is it. That is it, my friends.
All right, I'm gonna do the same. Get paid.
Well, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time when we do some space trucking.
Yeah, same thing here, guys. Thanks for dropping in. We'll catch you next time on Space Mother Truckas. Like I said, for those of you that maybe didn't catch the broadcast live, the full episode will be uploaded here in about an hour. So we will see you then.